Hey, Charles McFall here, Success Freak and Living Out Loud, on vacation. And I actually almost worked. You can kind of see in the reflection behind me the resort that's going on. I'm outside on my porch, where oddly enough we're on the first floor, and yet we're 4 floors up because all the parking is done underneath. My kids, you can actually kind of hear them. They're over at the pool, which is right over there. So that's the playground. So that's the playground. That's our view. You can almost see, actually you can, I don't know if you can, but I can see the beach from here. So we're not beachside. We are actually across the street from the beach, like we live across the street from the lake. And just spent our whole morning in a come buy our timeshare thing. And it's because we own a timeshare, that's how we're here. And we traded in, and they offered us $100. You know me, you know the wife, Erin, and how we like money, and how we like to make a deal. So it was supposed to be an hour of our time for $100. That's a pretty good deal, especially on on my salary. And we told them we have 4 small kids, and they're like, oh well, there's a little game room, and we're family friendly. No, we got there, and they're like, oh, you've got 4 small kids. I told the lady that when she signed us up, and that we're going to have to manage all of them. Now, the 2 older ones are okay. The 2 little ones are going to be hard to deal with. It was supposed to be a big group setting, blah, 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 right? So then we had to wait and get an individual person, which we needed 2 people, because one lady actually babysat the older 2 kids. The younger 2 weren't having any of it. And then the other lady tried to sell us. She is not good at selling. I've learned something about sales. This is why I love being a success freak. This is why I love doing what I do. I'm going to sit down, put my feet up. Ugh. This is why I love doing what I do. Because, quite honestly, it's about feeling. Now, when we went to Disney 2 years ago, they offered us money to go and listen to their pitch. And, man, whole different world. One, we stayed in one of their better properties, one of the ones that we picked. It was very, very nice. Loved the room, just were amazed. Other than they didn't have an elevator in this thing, and we're on the 3rd floor with 2 small kids at the time. That was heavy. That was not fun. It still was an amazing property. We're dream vacation, just blowing our minds. I mean, Disney just goes all out in their customer service. It's amazing. So when they said, yeah, come, they had a play area for the kids with Wii's and PlayStations and crayons and games, and I mean, you name it. And the people there knew how to take care of kids. They were really, really good. That sounded weird. I may have heard something upstairs. I don't know. I'm going to go inside now. That way I can make sure everybody's good. Looks like everybody's okay. And super dark now. I just heard a door shut or something. I got that set 2 is sleeping while set 1's at the pool with mom. Alright, and you'll get to see the magic glasses do their thing. But anyway, we loved Disney. We loved everything that they had going on. And so they had this room full of kids. It was amazing. We walk in. It was just awesome time. Gave us free ice cream in the morning, good coffee, and everything was free at Disney. I mean, on the resort, everything was included. I mean, unless you go to, of course, a bar or something to buy food. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about game rooms, amenities. Everything was included, all inclusive. And we left there going, man, we wish we could get a Disney package now. If we're going to have a timeshare, we want the Disney timeshare. Amazing. Came to Wyndham. We're with the Wyndham Resorts here. Came through RCI. And their pitch is a little negative. Their pitch is, oh, we're going to be cutting this, we're going to be cutting that, and because we're all 5-star and this and that and the other. And because we're RCI, we traded through RCI to get here. We're in an okay room. It's not as good as the Disney one, but it's a decent. It is. We like it, except this couch I'm sitting on. It's a couch sofa, or a sofa bed, and I mean, can you see? You can't. Okay, I suck. But basically, the edge of the sofa, where the bed is, the hard part, the cushions sink back into it, so my legs always resting on it. Not comfortable. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Well, they tell you, well, we put everybody in the back tower. We're across the street from the beach. Well, if you're through RCI, if you're paid in, whatever, you're on the back side because it's not fair to our members. A little bit of a negative pitch. Didn't really care for that part. And then they took us on a tour. The room was really nice. I was holding my son, Ryland, because he was being fussy and he didn't want to be put down. So I couldn't pull out my phone and take a picture because we were at the top floor, so 15 plus 2 or 3, so 18, 19 floors up. I didn't want to drop either one of them. But man, ocean view, it was amazing. See all the way down the beach. It was awesome, 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 awesome view. That's an upside. But as she's showing us this glorious room, and it's nicer, it's fancier, it's bigger. 2 master bedrooms, which, whatever, I don't understand why you need that. But the rooms were bigger. It's a nicer place. They were saying basically they stuck us in the back because it wasn't fair to their members. That's not a selling point to me. Then when we get there, they didn't know what to do with our kids, even the 2 older ones. So like, okay, well, we're going to get this other girl who started today, who was good with the kids. She was really good. And we're going to make her come and babysit your kids. We're going to have Lincoln logs, we're going to have crayons and stuff. It'll be a kids' room to play in. No. They brought them into the corral, as I call it. The corral. All these little tables with all these salespeople and trying to sell timeshares. Tiny 2-people tables that they're crowding 3 people around. Took up another table to put that adult and my 2 kids, plus my little 2. You see what I'm saying here? It got crowded. No Lincoln logs. You barely got crayons, which isn't going to entertain them for an hour, much less 3 hours. 3 hours. Now, $100 for 3 hours, you're starting to waste my time. You really are. You're really starting to waste my time. Now, part of it was my wife's fault. She said since we have a timeshare, and she hates our timeshare, but if we're going to have it, let's have a nicer one, if we can trade even. We ultimately came back to the room. The last hour was here in our room where they came to us and ran the stuff. But, man, they never said they were trading even. They weren't trying to snooker us or lie or anything. They were being upfront. But a few things changed in the conversation. I don't remember exactly what. You don't care about all those details. It's already almost 8 minutes in. What I'm saying is, it's about the feeling. We went, the room you showed us was awesome, but it didn't blow our minds. Our experience here has been pretty good. We only go every other year, and that's the thing. This lady was not good at sales. She was, well, how many times a year do you vacation? Well, we go twice. We go every 2 years. Well, what about the other years? No, I'm a speaker. I travel. That's good enough for me. We do all kinds of stuff. We're happy with our life. We do all kinds of stuff at home. She literally said 3 times in a row, that's not a vacation. That's not a vacation. That's not a vacation. You knew I was going to say it. You did. And I'm like, you're not listening. Sales is about listening. Understand where we are. Understand, okay, I see your life. What if, for the same price, we could get you going every year? Oh, I would think about that. Yeah, okay. That would be interesting if we're not spending any more money, but we're getting more bang for our buck. That would be a sales tactic. Never said that. What do you do? Oh, you travel for speaking. Okay. How often do you travel? I would have said I go every year to Vegas, at least. We also try to go to Charlotte, North Carolina every year because that's where one of our show meetups is. I'll be traveling more as more places pick me up to speak. Didn't ask that question. That's when, oh, well, how about we've got this. We had to pull the information out of her. Ultimately, they aren't going to trade us even. There's a pretty cool package we're not buying. There's a pretty cool package that they have, but before fees, and we had to go get our own bank loan because their loan was $160 plus all these other fees. Not cool. Plus we have to pay them $4,000 up front. Not gonna happen. Flat out said they never budged. They didn't really try that hard to sell us. Oh, you got great credit. You're amazing. You're a VIP. You're lying. Sales is not lying. That's really where you lost me. You're lying because if I was really that important, you'd give me a better rate. You'd come down off this price. You wouldn't tell me I have to pay $4,000 up front. Not going to happen. $156 a month on top of I still have to pay my other resort fee because I have to keep it to get bonus points. I have to pay my the maintenance fee here And in order to get those bonus points, I have to pay $90 a year. You're talking about $90 a month. I'm only paying $30 a month right now. $90 a month plus whatever I'm paying to you for the fee to buy your property, which for them was $156. So you're bumping me from $30 to $200 plus dollars. You gotta work. So let me tell you, this is what I learned out of it. It doesn't hurt to ask. We were very polite and we listened. We gave them opportunities to sell us that they missed. And we went. We went with, it's just not right. And I learned something about sales going, you know what, Disney, man. Disney was a little more expensive as far as what their package was. But oh my God, we walked out of there going, man, I wish we could do that now. We walked out of there going, you know what, if we're going to have a timeshare, it's going to be through Disney. We didn't have that experience here. So know your experiences. Had this been our first pitch, we still would have had to say no because the money's just not there. Know your limits, know your reality, and know your experience. This is Charles. I'm on vacation, so I don't have to talk very well. This is Charles. I'm a success freak, and I'm living out loud.